It's monsoon season, and I love this time of year. The heat is already breaking a bit, and the plants are going to start coming back to life. So today on CityCast Las Vegas, I'm with Melinda Shekels. She's the editor of The Town magazine and my co-host, David Figler, and we're going to tell you how to get the most out of your August in Las Vegas. It's Tuesday, July 30th. I'm Sarah Lohman, and here's what Las Vegas is talking about. David and Melinda, it's finally raining after so many dry months. Is this like, I've realized that not all Las Vegans actually love monsoon season, namely our producer, Layla Mohammed, hates it. Are you into it? Do you venture outdoors, or are you still sort of an AC indoors all day kind of crowd?
I don't go outdoors until November, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask. I mean, I am firmly planted inside my house until I put up the Christmas tree. No, I love monsoon season because, I mean, the humidity is just, it's so good for my hair and my skin. And I feel like I'm no longer the Las Vegas dinosaur that I've become for the last 20 years with dried up skin. I feel moist. I feel
Plumped.
supple. I update my beauty regimen. Depending on how you want to look at it, could be either one. And, it's a great time to just, be dewy, very dewy.
David has a good skincare routine as well. I mean, look at the man.
Aw, you would hardly tell that I'm 87 years old.
He's flawless. He does not age.
We do love that first big rain that happens in monsoon. Typically, when we go to bed, we'll open up the doors and the windows and stuff, and we'll just kind of feel it for a second until it gets crazy or the dog gets too scared.
My rain barrel is full. I'm not pulling on Lake Mead to water my garden anymore. I'm so into it. Melinda, I have to call it something specific. You blew my mind with one of the tips that you sent us, and that is about when to fly during monsoon season. Please enlighten me.
Yeah. I mean, I was a terrible flyer for so long, probably the first 10 years of my Vegas experience. I was screaming and crying most times landing in Vegas. As we all know, you come over the valley and you hit some crazy heat pockets and lots of changes in air pressure and temperature. So the key really is to do the early morning flights and the evening flights, because the middle of the day is obviously when it's hottest and you get your temperature variations are the greatest. So if you don't want to have that, very strong turbulence upon landing during these summer months, you really want to book early or late. And also too, now with I fly a lot, and also too with how busy Harry Reid Airport has gotten, it has become nearly impossible to get in or out on time because of they have what they call flow. So because we're so busy, the flow of the jets, they time it even before you take off now to come to Harry Reid or when you leave. So if you're early, you have a better chance of being in a uninterrupted flow. Kind of like my yoga practice. But yeah.
I just love that's absolutely right. And it's more for landing than taking off. I think the taking off part's pretty solid, but the landing could be so treacherous. So yes, great tip. Also, if you can in any way fly in and out of T3, Terminal 3, that's the way to go.
I do love Terminal 3.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love the parking situation. I love how empty it is.
And, I'm not paid for by any particular airline.
By Terminal 3?
Well, and a lot of people think that it's only international flights, but there's a lot of domestic flights there too.
Frontier.
Alaska's there, JetBlue, United. But we also did WestJet when we went up to Seattle. So, yeah, it makes life a lot easier.
I got another one for you too that's really good that I've started doing. If you don't have bags, even if you come out of the D gates and you you can actually just take the tram to Terminal 3 and do passenger pickup there.
Yep.
And it is so less crowd. There's less crowds and it's easier to get an Uber too. But that is if you don't have bags. So that's a great hack.
Correct. I just did that the last time I flew, actually. I had my big ass carry-on strapped to my back and I just took the tram to Terminal 3. I did it. I defied their instructions to go to Terminal 1. Should we talk a little bit about flood danger, general tips?
Always good. Always good
Always
tips.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Always
drive into
important.
water you don't know how deep it is, right? And if you're
Correct.
hydroplaning, you take your foot off the brake and the gas. Just hang onto the steering wheel, get out the other side. Other safety tips?
Well, listen, definitely don't drive into floodwater, and I'm the queen of pulling over when it gets a little too crazy. And you got to kind of know where your flood zones are too. Like I mentioned, I live in one of the craziest flood zone right at the top of Blue Diamond. And that whole thing turns into a rushing river, like really scary. And so you've got to really kind of know your areas of the city. I know Dean Martin too also floods out like crazy right by Panorama. So I've seen the water way over the curbs there. And it's interesting because I drive an electric car now, and your car reacts completely differently in an electric car than it does in a gas car in water. So, you got to kind of like, if you're new to electric cars and you're just driving one, you got to kind of like know your bearings with it. I think it handles better, but it's just a completely different reaction.
And if you're new to the Valley, even the lightest sprinkle on our asphalt roads creates a very dangerous slick environment. And especially if you're in a construction zone, it's like a double hazard. So even after, what doesn't seem like much of a rainfall, you do have to be a little bit more cautious when you're driving. Even if there aren't floodwaters present, there's going to be some hazard on the road tops.
Listen, have either of you seen the Turnaround, Don't Drown billboards featuring the mascot? No, yes or no, Melinda?
I have not seen it, but that slogan gives me massive amounts of anxiety because I don't know how to swim. So
yes. And here's the thing, this is the end, coming toward the end of my third summer in Las Vegas. The first two, I thought I was losing my mind because I'd ask people about these billboards and nobody had any idea what I was talking about. Because they also feature the mascot of the regional flood control, I think the producer is just going to show you one of their ads quickly because it's there's a lot going on, Melinda. Sonia, can you cue the tape?
Cue the tape.
Dranger Danger? Oh my goodness.
Danger.
I like it.
Let's go, come on! Don't you do it. It's just a little water in the road. The light is green, there's places to go. It's just a little water in the road. The flash flood grows, how deep, who knows? The other cars made it. Watch and learn, let me show you how it goes. Loco!
Ooh la la!
Yep.
Turn around, don't drown.
That's
horrifying. It's a horrifying mascot. It's a skeleton with one human eye.
And he seems to be trying to lure / convince people to their deaths because there's a longer 8-minute YouTube video about his origin story. And he is a death. And he was late to the day when they were signing out death assignments for how people die. And so he got people drowning in drains.
Who created this? That's what I want to know. That is the bigger question.
That's the person who was having a fever dream, not you, Sarah. These are real billboards.
Well, the person that created Dranger Danger, please stand up because
please reach out. We'd love to talk regional flood control districts.
We're also worried about your PTSD and how it's impacting your job. Perhaps. I don't know this person and I'm not a trained psychologist, but there are some issues underlying this creature.
They invested some money in all this for sure. So I haven't seen the billboards come back this year yet, but I'm hoping. It's the billboards and that anyone can look Dranger Danger on YouTube. Now you know, Melinda, how long have you lived here? 17 years?
17 years, and I can't swim. So whenever I see those billboards, it's emblazoned in my head, and that's why I pull over. Is because I don't want to drown in the flood.
It's working.
I guess it works. Yeah.
There you go.
Danger
Where's
works.
Melinda? She turned around. Again?
Yep.
She's cowering in the Walmart parking lot, as usual.
You know what? Cowering alive, Melinda. So there you go. All right. One of the weird things about August, too, is that there's not actually, it's the only month without a federal holiday.
Pretty much.
Or a religious holiday, except.
Or even a Hallmark holiday. Except.
David
and
Figgler's
I know
birthday.
this.
It's David Figgler's birthday.
Birthday month.
Happy birthday, David.
Thanks.
So we've been having a discussion around the old virtual office about birthday freebies. What are the best free things you can get for your birthday in Las Vegas? Do you want some recommendations, David?
David, do you want to hear about free stuff that celebrates the day of your birth? Why, yes, I do.
All right.
Yes,
Great.
please. Bring him.
Melinda, do you have some thoughts?
I do. And I think this one's really great because I feel like this is right up David's alley. You can get a free bingo card at the Plaza and a free dessert at Oscar's Steakhouse. So there you go.
Wait.
You know what?
Woo!
You can just combo it up with bingo and dessert.
You love Oscars.
I love bingo. Frankly, bingo at the Plaza, and we've had Jonathan Jossel on the podcast a couple of times. He's just really innovating over there and doing some stuff that no one else is doing, which I really admire and appreciate. Bingo is an old school throwback, but he has somehow like made it super duper fun again. And a lot of times he'll like broadcast from the bingo sessions. Like you see Jonathan walking through
cool.
and like talking to the patrons. He's a cool cat. I would show up just for my free bingo card, though.
That
That's
sounds
for
so
sure.
fun.
I love Oscars, too. We got to hang out at Oscars
We
not
did.
terribly long ago, Sarah. That was fun.
After the Nevada Preservation Foundation's gala dinner, we took off and went to Oscars in our full 70s regalia.
Okay, free bingo card. That's on my bingo card.
That's a really good one.
Also, just a little tip. Bring cash because you cannot put your bingo cards on your credit card because gaming laws. People don't realize that. That's one thing you actually have to have cash for. I mean, you have to have cash for all of the gambling. Bingo is no exception is probably the better way to say it.
All right. My only tip is not super local, David, but like if you sign up for the Beauty Insider program at Sephora, which is free, you get a free birthday gift. Melinda knows what I'm talking about. I can tell by her smile. It's a big
so
gift.
good.
It's usually a couple different products. And so, you know, skincare routine, August, it's all free. It's good stuff.
I just have to ask you both because I am not a patron of Sephora. I mean, I have my products. I'm not afraid to admit that. I've never been to Sephora.
It's nice.
Is there a whole men's thing there? Do you guys know?
It is, I would say it's ungendered, wouldn't you,
It's
Melinda?
ungendered. Yeah, it's ungendered. I mean, there's good skincare is genderless. You know, I mean, like our skin is we need to protect it. It covers all of our body.
All summer, but August can be pretty brutal on
This
skin.
month we're moist and supple, though, you know?
Moist and supple and everybody, and I don't care where you're going and what you're doing, you need sunscreen on your face and face sunscreen,
Boom.
not body sunscreen. You can't put body sunscreen on the face.
Yep.
Well, I'll try out Sephora, but
face.
I want a guide. So if not someone in my life, then maybe one of you two can
I'll go
take
with
me
you.
out there for my,
course.
on my birthday. I have to be there on my birthday. All right.
Birthday month, you can pick it up.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I love it.
So what are you definitely going to do on your birthday, David? What's your freebie?
Well, you know, Rob Catuarese, our newsletter editor, compiled a bunch of great local freebies. And so if you were to go to our homepage and just type in birthday, the birthday freebies show up. And there's a lot of fun ones that are on there. I think of all the ones that he laid down, apparently there's some free booze over at Bin 702 at the downtown Container Park. And there's also another cute little bar right across the way called Oak and Ivy. And they do a really great job over there. And so that might be a fun birthday day to get the free drink over at Bin 702 and then maybe splurge over at the other one.
You know, this is actually great because for me, August is kind of a big drinking month. I feel like that's a little bad to say. It's like August and December for me. Because in August, there's like nothing to do, but I still want to be connecting with my friends. So I do love like meeting up for a drink. I recently have been supporting a couple of like Las Vegas, like classic bars. I went to Champagne's. I love the inconsistencies and it's sometimes with what am I trying to, not an exclamation point. What is that called? Champagne's or champagne?
Apostrophe?
An apostrophe. Oh my God. I love the inconsistencies. Sometimes it's champagnes plural and sometimes it's
I thought you meant there was
champagnes
an
possessive.
accent mark. I was like,
No.
No.
Champagnes. And actually, I love the champagne cocktail there, which
I always hear in my head Christopher Walken saying it from that sketch from Saturday Night Live, champagne.
Champagne.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit like Caesar's is not the possessive, it's the plural, so champagnes. I love the champagne cocktail there. It's champagne and a big dose of bitters. And that's like kind of it, but it's like really light and refreshing. They do a sugared rim. That part's not my favorite. Just like champagne with a whole ton of Angostura in it. It's like, wow, perfect. Also went to Double Down recently. That's a trip. And David, we didn't get to go to Tiki Diamore, but we've been talking about it for a while. Love that spot. Have you been?
Yeah.
Tell me about it. What do you like?
I have. You know what? It's funny because obviously Casa de Amore, classic Vegas restaurant, and then they
Italian,
put this. Oh, sorry. Yeah, classic Vegas Italian restaurant. Then they put this tiki bar in the back, which was so random a few years ago. But I went back there, and it's kind of cool. Like, I actually went there one night when it was in the middle of a monsoon, so that was an extra special treat. But it opened maybe like 6 or 7 years ago, I want to say. I think I remember going that far.
Wow. I am sad to say I've never been. I've been to Casa de Amor a bunch of times, and I love going there when they have live entertainment. It's a blast, and it's a fun environment.
And they'll have loud singers out back, too, in the tiki place. But it's only open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which is why part of the reason I haven't been yet. But you can also order the food out there too, so you can get like great tiki drinks with incredible Italian food. Boom.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I'm glad it's still rolling.
Yeah, it's doing well. Do you have a bar and a drink of choice for August?
Oh, yes, I do. I have been like fixated on Vegas's wine bar explosion. This was something that I dreamed about for so many years. And back in the day, we just had basically one wine bar, which was Nora's up in Summerlin, like the original Nora's, their wine bar. And so I was super excited because now wine bars are really back in action. And so my favorite kind of thing to do is drink wine and then eat burgers. So this is like, I've had several variations of this over the years. Like for a while, I was hung up on champagne and popcorn. But now it's like really wine and burgers. And I am a white wine drinker, and I am a white wine like lover from all over the world. And I travel a lot to discover new wines. So I recently have fallen in love with a place called Wino, which is, and it's spelled wino, like with
like Bordeaux.
Yes, exactly. And they have a master somm on staff, and the food is curated by Sean McLean and Richard Camarota, who ran Sage at Aria for years. I mean, the culinary program is so good, and they have great snacks and such, but their wines are exceptional. And so I just went to South Africa about a month ago, and I actually went in there and they had several of the wines that I discovered in South Africa, which blew my mind because they're like under $40. So you can get an incredible bottle under $40. The environment is really great. You can also get if you buy wine, you can get 25% off. You can join their wine club. They have wine exploration Wednesdays where you can go in and learn about wines. They have one upcoming in August on the Loire Valley. This spot is just amazing. Highly recommend. It's in the Southwest right across the street from Durango in Uncommons.
Mm-hmm. I mean, also the big restaurant by me, Azura Cucina, just opened.
How is that spot?
It's delicious. They just opened that new wine bar, coffee shop by day. I went to the press release. I haven't been there for a normal night yet, but they also have a bottle shop where the prices are super varied. There's under 40 bottles. There's over $100 bottles. And I had some, is it arancini, the rice? They were fried rice cheese balls. They were excellent. And Dave and I were just at Garage East with John Curtis, and he ordered some incredible German rosé that I wish I had the name of. And we drank too much, and I had to go across the street to Tacotarian and have a minute.
They are so good at bringing you just such a wide variety. And, it's the proverbial, I don't know what kind of wine I really want. And then they ask you like a couple of quick questions about your palate, and boom, they always come up with a winner over there at Garage East. So I love it. And while they do have charcutes on the menu, which are fun little snackers, insider tip. At Garage East, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they have some meats and cheeses. That's about it. But insider tip, if you're not obnoxious about it, and you get it from one of the nearby Arts District eateries, they let you bring the food in, and they'll even give you like some silverware and, are really cool about it. But you got to be cool about it too. But we've done everything from like D-Thai over there. One time back in the day when Esther's used to do takeout, we would do takeout over there if it was a little too crowded or whatever. They're really, really chill about it. And then bonus, like if you go over there with a bunch of Thai food and you like ask Eric, or one of the other great sommeliers there, hey, what pairs with this pad Thai? They will bring you out a friggin' wine. It's so cool.
That's great.
Whoa. Melinda, any thoughts on which chilled summer wine pairs best with a burger?
Oh, it has to be. Like I said, I'm so up on salt. Oh, well, I've got two. I love a Vermentino with a burger. It's just so great and crisp. Italian white, very, very crisp, usually young. Sauvignon Blanc also always pairs great with burgers. And then also, too, like I was mentioning, some of these wines from the Swartlands of South Africa that I just had are so fantastic with burgers, too. So all of those love. And you know what? I have a dream, David. I wish, and I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to get inspired to do it and maybe get permission. I would love to have a Stay Tuned burger from the Hard Hat at Garage East with a wine.
They've done pop-ups over the
well
years there. They've done pop-ups over the years with pairings and stuff.
They have. You're right. I think it would work really well. I need to do that. I haven't done it, and I need to do it.
I cannot decide which burger I like better, the Stay Tuned smash burger or the Yukon Pizza smash burger, but they both contend for my heart, and they're almost equidistant from my house, different directions. So it's like, what are we feeling today?
Yeah.
Well, next time I'm in Garage East, I'll have to ask them what pairs well with the Flamin' Hot Cheetos esquite they have at Tacotarian. All right, so when we are venturing out of our homes, is there like one thing coming up in August that you are not going to miss? One big event?
Definitely. The meteor shower.
Oh, the Perseids!
The Perseids meteor shower. Now, this is one of my favorite things to do. Is drive all the way up to the top of Blue Diamond. You can take your crisp white and a great burger and go up there and watch the meteor shower. I usually go up, I think peak time is right around August 12th, 11th, 12th.
Yeah.
And, right up at Blue Diamond in the Cottonwood Valley area is a great place to see it. And I've done it a couple of years in a row. I absolutely love it. And if I had to pick a second, which I want to, Mob Month at the Beverly Theater. They're showing some incredible mob movies.
Oh my gosh, that lineup is so rich and diverse.
Are they playing Casino? I haven't seen Casino.
They are. That's one of them.
Yes. Okay, I'm going. Done.
And Godfather 2, which is, I think, one of the best.
Oh, Godfather 2, right. There's a Vegas angle to it.
Yeah.
Love that. There's also a Japanese new wave gangster film from 1967 that apparently was so weird and controversial that the director got fired like right after he presented to the studio heads, but it's a classic. And the name of that movie is Branded to Kill.
You know, it's so interesting we're talking about this because definitely going to the movies is my absolute summer escape. That's like some real New York City street urchin knowledge especially because that city wasn't built for the heat. When it got hot in the summertime, you just go to the movies, right? So I'm falling into that same sort of vibe recently. I've actually been at the Beverly twice in the past 2 weeks. And I'll tell you what I'm planning to see in August, the Cat Video Festival, August 3rd and 4th. The best cat videos culled from the internet.
Oh, love that.
Wow.
You guys are not as excited as I am.
No, but I hope you find other women who love cats who don't have children so you could all rally about the presidential election coming
So we can
up.
all take over the world.
Yes, because apparently there's there's talk out there about that demographic.
I've heard, and the Swifties are not happy about it. So you know what?
I've heard that too.
Arise, Swifties, arise!
Yeah, well, we'll probably see you at the Beverly.
Oh, yeah, definitely. David, what else are you up to other than the Beverly with me and Melinda?
Well, I mean, it is birthday month. So, I have been resisting going to concerts for a long time. Just post-COVID, getting back into that mindset, but I'm there again. There were a couple of choices to be made appealing to me, the Gen Xer, and I think I finally landed, you could have your Boy George, you can have your Christopher Cross. I think I landed on Jane's Addiction and Love and Rockets, specifically Love and Rockets.
It's a good one.
At the Fontainebleau. It's going to be on August 9th. Also, plenty of great places to drink and eat at the Fontainebleau. I don't even need to go down the names because they're just there. And it's not too crowded. Sorry, Fontainebleau, but it isn't. But that concert is going to be so much fun. And Love and Rockets has long been on my bucket list, and I never got to see them. And a couple of their records were on like repeat on my CD player. You're welcome. That got me through some roughy times. I love them. I love Bauhaus, which is the band from whence they came, but I love Love and Rockets. And so I think that's where I'm landing. That's my big one.
Then you're going to get the for your birthday the big steak over at Poppy Steak, that $1,500 one?
Not doing that. Unless they have a freebie, a $1,000 freebie.
They do. You know, they have, so it's not free, but they have Taste of Fontainebleau going on, which could be really great for you, where you have the prefix menus and you get free valet parking. So
in August, or is that
out.
all the time?
Yeah, no, that's until September. So it's their summer promotion. You can do prefix menus at most of their restaurants. And I think they have like lunches and dinners and whatnot. And check it out on their website. And then you get free valet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just want to let you know, David, that the Taste of the Fontainebleau is available Sundays through Thursdays.
What is August 9th?
It's a midweek thing.
I got to see what
Thursday.
date my concert is.
August 9th?
It's Thursday, baby.
Or Friday. It's a Friday? Thursday.
Damn it.
That's
Am I going to have to
bad.
spend the night? Am I have to do my infamous staycation at Fontainebleau too and do a Thursday,
that sounds
Friday?
Fun.
Oh, I like that.
All right. Well, I'm feeling better about August, honestly. I feel like I've got some good plans now. Indoors, outdoors, nature, movies. We're good to go. Thank you so much, David and Melinda.
Sure.
Thank
I also take
you.
Venmo, but your company would be priceless.
For your birthday?
Yes, for
Okay.
the whole month.
For the whole
Send
month.
David a Venmo for a drink.
We'll put David's
For his
Venmo in the
birthday.
show notes. We won't. Okay.
Fabulous
Goodbye.
Vegas. Bye.
Bye.
That's all for today here at CityCast Las Vegas. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell a friend? Rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our morning newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Take care.
You know, for August, I think you should date as many different professions as you feel comfortable with so you could bring back all this great knowledge to us.
David, dating sucks, so I at least want to learn something. That is generally my goal. I'm looking to date a geologist. If there's anybody listening, I really do want to know more about rocks.